Alright, so we're about 7 minutes later. Let's go ahead and take a look at this pizza. Crust is looking really nice. Definitely you could smell it. Cheese is greasy. So let's go ahead and let's pull this out. What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It's the Pizza Guy John, and today I'm craving pizza and I'm going to be making pizza in a air fryer. Recently it's been super windy outside, so just because the weather hasn't been the best, I can't really be making pizza inside, and I still want to be eating pizza. I've used the home oven before, but I decided why not give it a try, the air fryer. So that's what I have here. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a look at what we need, and then we'll get into the steps on how to cook your pizza. So the first thing, of course, you want to do is you want to have your dough. You can make your own dough, or you can buy some dough. This is some pre-made dough that I did buy from my local store. It's been sitting out for about 2 hours, close to about 2 hours now, and so it's been sitting at room temp. And basically, again, because this does look pretty big, I am gonna cut it. So you want to go ahead and have a cutter of some sort. If you don't have one of these dough scrapers, you could use a knife, you could use whatever you choose. But again, we were gonna cut this in, a little bit smaller. That way, of course, we could cook it inside the air fryer. So we have that sitting there. Of course, your toppings, I got some shredded cheese, my tomato sauce here, and your semolina or your flour to stretch out or roll out your dough, depending on how you want to do it. So on that topic of rolling out, here's a rolling pin. You want to go ahead and roll out your dough to the size of the air fryer tray, or again, you could stretch it out by hand. That is going to be up to you on however you choose to. The next items, again, that you want to have is going to be a marker, scissors, and parchment paper. With the parchment paper, you're going to be lining the bottom of your air fryer tray. And so again, that's where the marker comes in hand. You're going to go ahead and take out the tray and, again, trace it to the tray with the parchment paper, and you're going to cut it, because of course you don't want the dough sitting on this, so it doesn't get stuck. But in case if it does get stuck, we do have some baking spray as well. So now that we have all of our items here, again, the most important item as well is going to be your air fryer. So this here is a Gourmet air fryer. And so we're going to be preheating this to about 370, 375. And that's how we're going to cook the pizza. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and let's get this tray traced out with the parchment paper. And that way we could go ahead and get cooking our pizza. All right, so we're going to go ahead now. We're going to pull out our tray, and we're going to go ahead and get this traced. And so we're going to go ahead and let's do about that size here. And like I said, we're tracing it to the size of this tray. So let's just go ahead. And we're going to trace that all the way around. Okay. So once you have that traced, then we could go ahead and get this placed back into the oven here. And let's go ahead and get to cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cut, and then we'll be back shortly. So basically what you want to do is you want to go ahead and off camera, because unfortunately I forgot to hit record, I went ahead and rolled out the dough just a little bit. I just cut half of the dough ball that I had, and then what I did is I went ahead and just popped some holes, or using a fork, pop some holes into the dough. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to be cooking each side, and I feel like that will again make sure that we're cooking the dough fully. So at this point, now that we have all of our holes popped in it, all right, so we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven now to 370. So while that's preheating, we have our dough all flattened out. And so again, you do want to get it to be pretty thin. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and we'll get it placed onto our lined cut tray that we have here. So let's go ahead and we're just going to kind of get that to the size here. And again, I'm just kind of getting that to that size. All right. And so while the oven's preheating, we'll be back shortly. All right, so now that the oven's preheating, it's now wanting us to add. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get our dough here, and we're gonna just kind of flop that in there ever so nicely. And we're gonna go ahead, like I said, we're gonna cook this on one side. We'll give it about 2.5 minutes on one side. We'll flip it over and then we'll cook it again on the other side about 2.5 minutes. Again, we're wanting just to do this that way we can make sure that it's cooking all the way through. All right, so we're getting close to 2.5 minutes. What I'm gonna do now at this point is I'm gonna go ahead and get this stopped, and I'm gonna go ahead and just reach in there, flip that over. And then we're gonna cook this other side now for, again, 2.5 minutes. All right, so now it's been another 2.5 minutes. As you can see, this went ahead and this rose up pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just push this down. All right, and then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get our sauce down onto the pizza. Again, it doesn't have to be nice on there. You can try to get it all the way to the edges, that's fine. Let's try to get just a little bit more here. All right, now at this point, we'll go ahead and get our cheese on there. And let's do a little bit more. All right, now at this point, we're gonna go ahead and place this back into the air fryer, and we're gonna finish it off for about 7 minutes, and then we'll check in between and just kind of see where we're at. All right, so we're about 7 minutes later. Let's go ahead and take a look at this pizza. Crust is looking really, really nice. Definitely you could smell it. Cheese is greasy, so let's go ahead and let's pull this out. And get that placed on there. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool down. Let's go ahead and take a look. As you can hear, nice and crispy. The bottom, it's nice and you could hear it. So that to me sounds like it is fully cooked. So we'll let this sit for a couple minutes, let it kind of rest, and then we'll take a bite. All right, so now that this is cooled down, let's go ahead and let's get a cut into it and let's see how well it is cooked all the way through. And again, this is the second video that I have made trying to make a pizza in the air fryer. Total fail. So if you want to take a look at that, like this video, and depending if I get maybe 20 likes, then I'll maybe go ahead and post that. But let's go ahead and let's get a cut into this. And you can definitely hear that it is crispy. Let's go ahead and let's get this piece here. Nicely cooked again. If you hear that bottom, there is some crisp to it. So it's cooked all the way through. Crust looks like it is cooked all the way through as well. So let's go ahead and let's get a bite of this pizza here. So this definitely could have gone just a little bit longer. I think if I would have cooked the other side just a little bit longer, maybe let's say 3 minutes, 4 minutes, then flipping it over another 4 minutes, and then putting the toppings, I think that it would be fully cooked all the way through. But for an air fryer pizza, you know, it's not bad if you don't have any sort of oven. You know, definitely give this a try. Let me know what you think. Again, not all videos are created the best. You know, I definitely try to make something and put something out to show you guys, you know, my passion for pizza. So, you know, this is something that I will definitely try again, maybe tweak a little things. But if you like this video, like it, comment down below. Check out my Instagram at the Pizza Guy John, and we'll talk soon.